Hello everyone and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and let's just continue where we left off, which means we are talking to Dad and Cal. Your dad was sniffling and sneezing pretty bad this morning. He collapsed around this time last year, so you've been feeling anxious about his health, especially now that the pollen is back. He's working hard in the fields, respirator hanging from his neck as he grunts and shovels dirt into a wheelbarrow. He sees you coming and stands up straight, coughing a little as he stretches his back. "Hey kiddo, what brings you out here?" "Dad, you have to wear your respirator." Your dad makes blah 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 motions with his hand. I do. Don't look at me like that. I'm just getting some fresh air. It's hard to breathe with that thing on. I'm racing to get these pixie beans in the ground, he continues. We're all set to have a great harvest in time for Vertumnalia. He leans on his shovel, tucking one foot behind the other and rocking back and forth. Truth is, I've been working like a dog. I'd love to get out of here for a while. Hey, what do you say you and I go for a little walk, he says, brightening. I know you don't get outside the walls much either, but we could do a little nature walk. I study all the plants the foragers bring back, but I've never really seen them in the wild. You want to go outside? Sure, your dad says. People can want to try new things, right? Your mom doesn't see the draw, he continues, flipping his shovel up onto his shoulder and picking his way carefully out of the turned fields. She likes what she can control, you know? But there's a whole planet out there, and I want to go explore. He stops and doubles over, suddenly racked with a coughing fit that makes him unable to speak. He tries a few times to catch his breath, but each time he just starts coughing harder. The pink pollen in the air swirls and eddies around you both. Maybe you should stay indoors. Oh, your dad wheezes. You're just like Instance, that old stick in the mud. I remember when we were younger, she was always walking around with her nose in everyone's business. She always thinks she knows what's best for people. Despite his brave words, he has to hold on to you for balance as he catches his breath again. Okay, maybe now's not the best time, he gasps, finally putting his respirator back on. But you and me, we have a date with the outside world, kiddo. I'm taking a rain check. Okay. Whew, he says, his eyes red-rimmed and streaming from irritation. I can't wait until Instance figures out a treatment for this shimmer thing. She says maybe next year, maybe the one after that. I'm gonna be first in line, you bet. Yeah. I bet you will be. Hi, Cal. You spot Cal heading towards the barns at the far end of the farms. Hiya, Selene, he waves. Hey, what's up? Just heading over to the barn, Cal says. I finished before everyone else today, so I told everyone I'm gonna clean it. No one wants to get roped into helping, so it'll just be me and Socks. You should come with. Cal whistles as you enter the barn, and the chest where Socks sleeps starts to rattle. He laughs and pops the lid, hefting Socks up into his arms. Hey girl, he coos. Time to get some forbidden daytime zoomies out. You and Cal play with Socks for a little while, chasing her around the barn. She chitters and stomps her stubby little legs, clearly enjoying the attention. After a while, Cal stops to catch his breath. Phew, he says. She's got so much energy. I don't know where it's coming from. It's not anything she's eating, that's for sure. I hope you find some food for her soon. I have a little while before I have to get back to work, Cal says. What should we do? Let's teach Socks a new trick. Oh yeah, Cal agrees. I've been working on getting her to follow directions lately. That's a great idea. You spend about a half hour teaching Socks how to shake a paw. There are a lot of paws to choose from, and she seems to delight in giving you a different one each time. You can't help but think that working with her like this might come in handy in the future. Nice. Now, what else is there to do? I don't think there's anyone else to talk to. No, and there's nothing to collect. Maybe get some more animals. You get one from defense. What did you get from this? How many? One or two? One. Okay. Well, I don't mind getting some more perception as well, so let's do some surveying. Hello, Utopia. When you boarded the expedition's auto bus this morning, you didn't know what to expect. It trundled you and the other surveyors a few clicks north to the Prosaic Plains, a high flat area with cooler weather than your colony. You could barely control your excitement as you watched the landscape change. And now you're here. You're finally old enough for a real survey mission away from the colony. You greet Chief Surveyor Utopia at the depot. This here's a plas cutter, she says, handing you one. It's a tool for cutting and heating things. You can use it to make a fire, cauterize a wound, boil water, and it cuts some materials pretty alright. You can use it for self-defense too, but I don't suggest it. Are we gonna be in danger? She makes a so-so motion with her hand. This is a quiet area, and what we're doing, we're not supposed to be in danger. We're just gonna be taking notes and pictures, keeping track of all the flora and fauna we see. Just don't touch anything unless I ask you to take a sample. Everything is potentially dangerous. We don't know much about what's out there, which is why we need surveyors, even youngins like you. The Prosaic Plains are a sparse region. Like you can assume from the name, you can see things from a long way off. Utopia sees you squinting at the horizon. And what are you gonna do if you see something coming for you? Avoid it. Good kid, Utopia approves, patting you on the back. We don't need any trouble. Dis joins you. He must have come on an earlier autobus. Good you're here, Utopia says, digging out another plas cutter for Dis. You two greenhorns are with me for the foreseeable. Now, we don't gotta sniff each other's butts all the time out here, but I do expect y'all to be in yelling distance. Comms can be spotty out here. Utopia also hands you a surveying drone and shows you how to launch it. It'll automatically perform local scans of wherever you go, though a detailed scan still needs to be done manually. When you return here to the depot, it'll upload the findings to the HoloNet. Your job is to cover ground to see what's out there, and so long as it isn't dangerous, record it. She slaps you on the back. All right, team. Don't get yourselves killed out there, okay? Wow. Now, what a confidence boost. Nice round pools. And I noticed when I was editing that I missed a log last time at the start. So hopefully I won't miss anything this time. A series of small circular pools chained together to form an impassable body of water. You don't see an obvious route through, though the path does continue off in the distance on the other side. I should have rested, actually. I just noticed. Look for a place to cross. Ooh, 47. That might be an issue. Hey, we did it. Awesome. But yeah, this will probably not be a very long survey trip because of me forgetting that I needed to rest. There's a narrow place where two pools meet that you think you can leap over. These little ponds look too small to house anything really dangerous, you hope. You approach the water's edge. Leap of faith! You make it over the narrow gap. Nice! You feel empowered. But very stressed. And honestly, yeah, we should go home. And then we'll go out on another trip after that. Yeah, a short one. This little gazebo is set up as a waiting area for the automated transporters which trundle back and forth between here and the colony. A sign reads, Autobus Depot, Prosaic Plains. Sparse vegetation makes this an ideal region for resource extraction. Blue snow is mildly acidic and may corrode equipment with prolonged exposure. Please rinse in virus suits upon return. Yeah, go home. Are you sure? Yeah. A very short month, but yeah. We do need to rest. Let's rest in the park. You play with your Rikitiki, hanging out with them just outside the walls. It's uneventful, which is exactly what you needed. You try to teach them some simple commands: stay, follow, speak. It's adorable watching them tilt their head from side to side when they're trying to figure something out. They don't seem to really get it, but you get the impression they're trying. You quickly realize the Riki must be named after the sound they make when they're happy, a whirring clicking noise. For a weird spider tentacle creature, it's really cute. Again, not really any that I'm interested in removing. Like I said, I want to remove ones and zeros. You're getting older. It's that magical time in your life full of discoveries and possibilities, when children become adults and their bodies change in weird, wonderful, and often embarrassing ways. When you were younger, Congruence gave your class a frank presentation about preparing for the changes your bodies would experience in the next few years. Which parts of the presentation was relevant to you? Well, that. Voice changing, getting erections. You and your friends giggled your way through Congruence's presentation and left with a new appreciation for the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that would happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind even as you noticed Cal's voice begin to drop or Mars starting to dress differently. Until one morning you wake up and something feels different. You just know something's off as soon as you open your eyes. Things are, squelchier than you expect them to be down there. You were having an exciting dream and then something happened, but you can already barely remember it. You just want to close your eyes again. You remember Congruence's sexual education classes, and you're really not ready for their real-world practical applications. After a few minutes, you sigh and muster up the courage to look under your blankets. Yep, that's the thing. Deal with the mess. You wait for your parents to leave for work, calling out to you that you're going to miss breakfast if you lie around in bed. When you're sure they're gone, you carefully strip the sheets on your bed and stuff them into the recycler. You put in a requisition for new sheets from the depot and continue on with your day. That night, you find your dad waiting for you. He's pulled your privacy curtain back to show your stripped bed and looks up with a knowing smile when you enter holding new sheets. He laughs, putting on an exaggerated detective impression. Now, I can only think of one reason why a teenager suddenly cares about doing his own laundry. He points at you and exclaims, "By Jove, I think I've got it!" "What's up, Solane? Got something to share with your old man?" You can feel your face getting red as you ignore him and make your bed, but it doesn't stop him. "Aw, kiddo, it's okay to feel a little wet behind the ears." "I don't think you're helping." You retreat into your bunk and slam the privacy curtain closed so you can't hear him make any more jokes. Ugh, he's so embarrassing. What is happening? You feel on the edge today, like everything that happens feels so unfair and tragic. Like you want to punch stuff and then cry about it, like you want to be left alone, but you also desperately want attention. It feels like a fount of new energy is starting to bubble up inside you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to puberty, Solane. Yup. It's a messy time. Yup. In more ways than one. Nothing to collect. Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, let's head out for another little jaunt. This time we will explore some more. Because now we're not stressed. At least we know how to get past this now. Alright. There's not much to find out here, but the peaceful atmosphere is great for contemplation. You find a particularly beautiful little plateau where you can see the plains spread out before you like a picnic blanket, round lakes dotting the land like glimmering mirrors of sky. This is scouting further ahead. He was eager to find some adventure. Stop to meditate? You focus on the sounds around you, on your breathing, on the feeling of your butt on the rock, and the slightly cool breeze on your face. It's very peaceful. You can feel yourself relax as you become one with the planet. There's an animal over there. Like a turtle-ish thing. Yellow flower. Okay. One of your jobs as a surveyor is to document the flora and fauna through photographs. You've spotted a small animal in the crook of a tree. It's so perfectly camouflaged, you can only really see it when it breathes. You've got a camera built into your holopalm, but it's not equipped to capture difficult shots like this. You'll need to put in the work. Well, I have more in animals, so let's do that. Try to get close. You cautiously crawl up beside your subject, raising your hollow palm to get the best close-up possible. Ouch! Just as the camera takes the photo, your subject bites you on the finger. Ah! You hope it's not venomous. On the bright side, you got the shot. Yeah, it's not great. Oh. You're crossing a clearing when you hear a terrible cracking, pounding sound. A massive creature bursts through the trees. A boulder with arms, a bush growing out of its back, a bush bub. Utopia's mentioned these before, part animal, part vegetable, and part mineral. These usually gentle giants camouflage themselves as part of the forest. She told me that if I meet anything I should run, so run like hell. You try to flee, but running through spark snow is difficult. You stumble and fall into a snowbank. The bush bub continues right past where you were standing, paying you no attention. You look around, but there's no sign of whatever motivated the bush bub to run so fast. At least, that's something to be grateful about. Yeah. But I need to head back, because I'm stressed again. Oh. But... Don't know if this is a good idea. No. Because that will give me, 15 stress. And that will bring me to 100. And I do not need that. And now I see this mushwood. I'll grab that. Alright, I have enough of that for the project, so let's do that actually when we get back, after we rested. There's nothing to collect over here, right? Doesn't look like it. No. Alright, well, let's head back. Yay! And hey, my perception is now over 20, which is nice. And hey, we're out of pollen. The pollen season. Oh, wait. Anything else? Yeah, I know, I need a break. Relax in the park. Your mom is tending to her garden as you relax nearby. You're both happy to leave each other alone, but you can hear her muttering to herself as she pulls weeds. Every day, she grumbles. You'd think I was never here at all with how some of these weeds grow. I thought that bringing only nice plants would mean we wouldn't have to weed as much, but these vertumnant plants, they're unstoppable. She pulls hard on one weed, which turns out to be a huge creeping vine that yanks out a few flowers. I just want one place on this planet that's ours. Help her pull weeds. You get down there and help your mom pull weeds for the better part of the afternoon. It's surprisingly hard work. By the end, your back and shoulders are aching and the palms of your hands are on fire. Your mom dumps a huge armful of weeds into a wheelbarrow. These go all the way to the edge of the colony, she says warily. Whatever plant these roots belong to, they're invading my garden. She turns towards the walls and yells, "You stupid pink bastards, stay out there where you belong." Okay. A 0. Yes, forget that one. It's Vertumnalia! Time for speeches, games, and feasting. You stare hungrily at the feast table. Sure, it's mostly soy rations, but it's still more food than you usually see all at one time. This year, though, there's something new. Great big tureens of glowing beans. Weird. You try to sneak some food before the speeches start, but Chief Engineer Instance catches you and smacks your hand away. Your mom gets really mad at her and it causes a huge yelling match. Your dad directs you away from the table as Instance blames your mom for the way things are right now, whatever that means. Your dad passes you a soy sweet to keep your tummy busy during the speeches. He's the best. Governor Uticate takes the stage and manages to calm everyone down. Welcome, everyone, to our 4th Vertumnalia celebration, she says, speaking through a maxiphoner. Her voice has been getting weaker lately and can't reach across the square the way it used to. I'm proud, as always, to stand before you as your governor and to celebrate another year of peace and prosperity on this beautiful planet. Utica steps aside, wobbling a little as she walks, leaving Seek to complete the annual formalities. Your mom steps forward. This year's feast includes a new glow-in-the-dark food. Pixie beans are our first domesticated Vertumnan crop. The crowd applauds and your mom raises her hands. Credit goes to Geranium. He insisted we dedicate 1/3 of our field to them, so you'll also have him to thank for the light show in your toilets tonight. A smattering of laughter ripples through the crowd. Your dad chuckles nervously. Your mom's smile fades. As you know, we lost our hydroponics and microbial soil during the wormhole accident. These pixie beans will make up for losses we've faced with our earth crops. Utica's weedy voice rattles through the maxiphoner. Thank you, everyone. Let's get on with the games. The crowd packs away the chairs as the children gather in the square. Which competition do you participate in this year? I mean, that is still not very high. Well, I mean, it's not that big of a difference. I mean, I've done that one 2 times. Let's try a talent show. Diz and Mars are your competitors for the talent show. Diz is up first and he stomps on stage wearing a silly top hat and cape, waving a magic wand. He introduces himself as Diz, the destroyer of reality, and tells everyone to step back because he's going to pull a Hopeye from his hat. He takes his hat off his head and a very surprised Hopeye falls out and boings away into the crowd. Predictably, this upsets Diz and he flees the stage in embarrassment. Mars takes the stage next and launches into an incredible lip-sync performance, complete with holographic fireworks at the end. Passing you as you go to take your place on stage, she sticks her nose in the air and wishes you luck following that. It's your turn. What do you do? Well, I mean, I have done that a bit. So, yeah, let's play the photophoner. I'm okay with getting 10 stress. Your skill at photophoner is well appreciated by the crowd, who are moved to tears by the emotional depth of your playing. You win as voted by audience applause. Yay! Mars shakes your hand and thanks you for actually giving her a challenge this year. Finally, it's time for the feast. The pixie beans are a hit. Your parents keep touting their many benefits. They grow well here, they're super nutritious, taste great, they're really versatile, and kids love their bright multicolored glow. Your rumbling stomach has made you grouchy. Your parents won't let you eat until they finally stop bragging about their dumb beans. You consider the options: pixie bean soup, pixie bean salad, pixie bean chili, even pixie bean aquafaba dessert. Everything glows in the evening twilight. You sullenly shove your pixie bean everything around it on your plate. You don't even want to eat them anymore. Stupid beans, stupid feast, stupid games. Stupid everyone. Ugh. Every time someone turns to talk to you, especially about how great these beans are and how great your parents are for growing them, you just get more irritated. They're just beans. It's like they love these beans more than they love you. You're probably just hungry. Eat your pixie beans. You want to rebel against these stupid beans, but the truth is, you're too hungry to resist. You count backwards from 10 to calm yourself down so you don't blow up at your mom. Why is she smiling all the time? Ugh. Is she pregnant? She might be. You settle on glowering at her over your plate of glowing beans. She notices, but just purses her lips and turns away from you to talk to someone else. Rude. You shovel food into your mouth, trying not to look like you're enjoying it. It is as delicious as everyone said, and you start to feel more human the more you eat. Right, yeah, food. Food is great. Oh, nice. You do feel better after you eat something. I was hangry. Everyone's in high spirits after dinner, breaking off into little groups to talk or make music together as the sky darkens for the shortest night of the year. You feel your mood improve by the minute as your friends pull you into a fun rhythmic clapping game. As your irritation fades, you wonder if this is what Congruence meant when she warned that your hormones would make you feel out of control sometimes. When you go back to your quarters to get ready for bed, your dad gives you a big hug. It's exactly what you needed. Alright. Let's look around to see if there's anything to pick up. But after that, I will be stopping for the episode. Can't see anything that can be picked up. So, yeah. That is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!